Welcome in his toy world. These are superhumans in real life. They do things no one can. This girl's proof that there's no limit to how low someone will stoop. She's literally playing Limbo on expert mode. Easy. Don't be fooled by appearances. You're looking at a guy who holds over 35 martial arts world records. You never know who could be a mild-mannered assassin. Running on 2 feet is so boring. This guy channels his inner beast by galloping down the street on all fours faster than most people can run on 2. This guy empties magazines faster than he can load them, and is dead accurate too. This guy might just be the real-life Gambit, turning playing cards into deadly weapons. He flicks cards faster than you can pitch a ball, and can slice a pea in half midday. God, walking across hot coals has been done to death. Want to really impress me? Use fragile light bulbs as a tightrope. How low can you go? Probably nowhere near as low as this record-breaking roller Limbo lady. The only thing stronger than her determination are her ankles. I think this dude's seen one too many Mr. Bean reruns. All I know for sure is that the man's the king of parallel parking. There's no wall tall enough that can contain this sort of freakish athlete. The rules of physics just don't apply to him. Is this real life? There's no way any normal human being can move their feet this fast. For this guy, normal push-ups are way too mainstream. He's got to add in the threat of missing the shelf, falling, or dislocating a shoulder. Remember the small kid who you picked last for the school baseball team? Well, now he's out to get his revenge. 1 throwing axe bullseye is a fluke, but 2 simultaneously? Now that's accurate. Want to know how to snack like a ninja? Here's a hot tip. Oreos dipped in milk taste better when you're defying gravity. Rumor has it that Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter were modeled after these 2 kicking prodigies. They say Bruce Lee was the greatest, but after seeing this guy nail 4 board breaks and 1 720 spinning kick, I'm not so sure. This guy's mastered the 1-inch punch, a move that doesn't sound so scary until you see it in action. These folded mats are said to have the same thickness and density as human flesh. Let that sink in for a moment. Oh, how the tables turned. Now it's time for the tugboat to get pulled. This guy's using just 1 finger to move this massive hole. Help me. Not to be outdone, this guy shows perfect pull-up form using nothing but his pinky fingers. Running late for work is no issue for this guy who nails a full breakfast of noodles and boiled eggs in 10 seconds flat. This archer gives us the hold my beer look while he hits 10 balloons with 10 arrows in a single shot. If this guy can break 3 baseball bats with the force of his heel hook, just think about how mangled your leg would be if you get on his bad side. This takes the trust circle to the next level. Now I'm not sure what Coconuts ever did to this guy, but it was enough for him to want to smash everyone on sight. If this mountain of a man can make watermelons look as fragile as broken eggs, then 1 slap would put you 6 feet under. Hey Eddie, can you beat the high score on the punching machine? Nah, he'll just use raw power and brute force to smash it into oblivion. The next time you hit your funny bone on the corner of the table, spare thought for this sensei. I heard you like French fries. Not as much as this guy. That's 1,621 fries weighing almost 7 pounds in a shade over 20 minutes. Dietitians recommend you drink about half a gallon of water each day. Badlands chugs nails a full gallon in under 60 seconds. No harness, no safety net, no chances, just supreme concentration and sheer force of will. This guy's vertical leap is off the scale. It almost doesn't look real. There's threading the needle between a set of cones, and then there's these guys. This guy takes the term hard-headed a little too literally by caving in concrete blocks with his head. When your washing machine is on the fritz, you've got to throw it onto the garbage pile. Only these guys can hit the curb from your front door. Okay, move over, Hawkeye. We have a new Avenger in town. For those counting at home, that's 7 consecutive arrows shot through a keyhole. So how many? This guy is yet another master with a hatred for coconuts. Mr. T hasn't faded in his twilight years. His hair may resemble his pearly white teeth, but they are stronger than ever. When life hands you a skull that's 2.3 times thicker than the average human, think of the money you'll save on never having. To buy a hammer from the hardware store. Spider-Man is real. He's not contained in the pages of your comic book. He's alive and well and living in Indonesia. What the heck? There's something completely unnerving about watching contortionists in action. It's like something out of your worst nightmare. Only you can't look away. Dentists will generally advise against pulling a locomotive with nothing but your teeth, but they can't explain the bite force of this guy. Don't let the random Oompa Loompa distract you. What you're looking at is a very peak of human stone-skipping ability. You could spend a decade practicing and not be anywhere near as good as this guy. For him, Dance Dance Revolution is a lifestyle. Surely this guy gets a round of applause after pumping out 1,140 claps in a minute. He sounds like an auditorium standing ovation after the encore. Touch typing is hard enough, but hitting 163 words a minute? That's insane. A true example of what's possible when you're a Reddit regular. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. That a jumbo jet is dragging around. He could win a tug-of-war against 10 men by himself. Help me. Apart from his next-level coordination and reflexes, there's one thing we know about this guy. He really hates wasting arrows. Rocky Balboa ran up some stairs. Big deal. It would have been even more impressive with Apollo Creed upside down on top of his head. This bodybuilder has boyfriend bench pressing down to an art. And what do you want to do after you've lifted all those men? Toss them to the side. When kickboxing training gets boring, it's time to get creative. Now just imagine how much damage those kicks would do if the tires an opponent. It takes a lifetime of dedication to the Shaolin discipline to have sticks broken over your head without batting an eyelid. Literally. Nice. Remember when you were a kid and the floor was made of lava? This guy never lost. Not even once. This is proof that the hand is quicker than the eye. Who needs a forklift when you have this guy? This is probably the only other dude in history to literally walk on water. Next time you see a guy squaring up to kick you, keep in mind he could just be offering you a light. When your hands are busy, wave hello to strangers with your scapulars. Totally normal. 11 balls seem like 10 too many to be able to keep up in the air at one time. That's 10,000 hours of practice paying off right there. This snowboarder knows this run like the back of his hand. From grinding rails to limbo maneuvers to save himself from a coat hanger injury, this guy does it all. Yeah, Bo. When the snack machine eats your money and you don't get your bag of Doritos, it's time to give it a stomp and show it who's boss. With a strict shampoo and conditioner regimen, you too could have hair strong enough to pull a double-decker bus with 32 people on board. Speed skating while navigating a tight obstacle course sounds like the recipe for 2 broken ankles. But this guy manages with skill so quick you'd miss it if you blink. Nice. I never knew snowboarding over water was a thing until now. 9 times out of 10, dropping your phone on the freeway means you need to buy a new one. So somehow it not only survived but landed safely on another rider's bike. Thank you for watching History of World.